Alrighty, all. Hello. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. We're going to be taking a look at some rush hour ambulance response in the Netherlands. They have to go all the way across town, I'm told, and it's rainy as well. So kind of a stressful scenario. I cannot wait to see how they handle it because it's usually pretty good, especially when we're looking at like Germany, the Netherlands, the emergency vehicles and traffic response. Is usually very coordinated and very nice. Other things I'll be looking for, just traffic. I'm very interested in seeing all the different cars and vehicles, of course, the ambulances themselves, even the road network, you know, how the roads are, how well they are, the architecture, everything. I think it's all just very interesting from my point of view. So let's go ahead and jump into this. This is a longer video. We'll only be looking at some clips of it. If you want to watch the whole thing, it'll be linked down below. This comes to us from JVO Ambulance Videos. Check out their channel. Alrighty, let's go. Cool ambulance liveries on these. Of course, bright yellow with the red and blues, as we typically see from Dutch emergency vehicles. All blue light pattern. Cool garage with the rest of the fleet in there. So I think this is them leaving this hospital. Right through the gate, of course. Oh, and the sirens, come on. Again, looking at the road network is just so fascinating to me. It's just so different. So different than the U.S. I assume that area in the middle is, again, for some sort of tram, right? Or bus lanes as well, maybe? And holy smokes, what is that weird contraption right here? Lots of cycling and various forms of self-transportation we always see, which is so cool. Again, the stoplights are right in front of you, which is bizarre because ours are across the intersection. Regardless. Okay, coming up to our first obstacle. All the lanes are filled, so there's definitely a lot of traffic out. What's that weird yellow car? What is this? Is this perhaps like a driver's education vehicle? Has like a L for like learners? Because I have one of those up there on my on the shelf back there, and that's of course not from the U.S. Yeah, maybe that's some sort of driver's ed car or something else. Look at the cooperation. Okay, so they came up to the first obstacle. Everyone did a good job. Once they saw what lane he wanted, they're all starting to move out. These cars have to move because they're occupying that lane. They're of course allowed to move through the red light, get out of the way. Then this black car here seemingly thought they were clear because they maybe thought this ambulance was going to pass through here. But then he must have indicated, it sounds like he turns on his signal. Turns on his indicator, and then they're like, oh, I got to get out of the way. They have a bright blue license plate. That's weird. So they did a good job of they kind of gunned the throttle there and got out of the way very quickly. That was nice. Nice awareness. They got the revs up there, getting up to speed real quick. In this ambulance, I don't know what it is. Maybe a Mercedes, maybe a Volkswagen. I don't know. Ooh, lots of backup again on the highway. This is scary, right? Especially in the rain. We don't want anyone locking up brakes and rear-ended people. Look at that. He hasn't had to hit the brakes once. He slowed down just a tad, maybe just simply let off the throttle. And everyone, he's choosing the left lane. I'm sure that's maybe like the procedure that's normal. And everyone is just sliding through. I noticed the Netherlands are always cool because they have like the yellow license plates. I noticed now this is like the second or third car I've seen with this bright blue plate. It's actually cool looking. I assume that might be a different type of vehicle if it has the blue plate. I'm leaning towards it's not like a custom plate. Maybe it's like a government vehicle. Maybe it's a, like a livery plate, like for a taxi or a fleet vehicle of some sort. Not sure. Because there's another one there. Anyway, this is a lot of traffic and moving slow. Yet we are cruising in this ambulance at a pretty good pace. Everyone moving out of the way and not reckless either. They're finding a gap in traffic and then whoosh, slipping right over in time for the ambulance to keep their momentum going. It's very, very impressive to see. It's a beautiful thing. Remember, most of the time, in certain scenarios, things go relatively well here in the U.S., but sometimes people really get in the way and they don't know what to do. People aren't paying attention. It seems like more of a problem. It seems like there's nowhere near as much of a universal understanding of what to do here. You're supposed to get to the right, but a lot of people don't pay attention. It's kind of sad to see. I know I always do. But every time I get over and 3 or 4 cars around me get over, if there's always 1 or 2 cars just carrying on, it's like, dude, you're right in the way. What are you doing, man? Look at this. Seamless, totally. Really loud and effective siren cadence on this vehicle. It's pretty cool. I actually like this one. Some of them I do find quite annoying, and that's okay. I don't say that in a negative way. They're supposed to work. They're supposed to get your attention. So they don't have to sound great. They just have to do their job. But this one sounds effective and kind of sounds cool. Okay, now comes another obstacle. Everyone got over like they should have, but now he has to, it looks like, exit. And that can get tricky because everyone got over, but now they're in your way. So he's got to slip through. He found a gap pretty quickly. He's got to slip around this Tesla, I think, right here. Go on the shoulder. And now everyone will be able to adjust accordingly. It's awesome. It's a funny little yellow car there. I mean, really pretty easy transition there. Although he does have an entrance ramp coming in the way now, doesn't he? Everyone got right over, though. Wow. That's spectacular, man. So much courtesy, so much awareness. It's awesome. Wow. Yeah, definitely countries like here in the U.S. need to aspire to this kind of culture here. I think a lot of people are in their own world here, and that's what it boils down to. Need to be more spatially aware and take driving more seriously. I think that's really what it boils down to. Cool, really big cargo on this awesome Euro truck there. Ooh, get those wipers. Yeah, it was getting rainy there for a second. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of congestion. Who said they don't drive cars in the Netherlands, huh? I know they have a lot of awesome, walking culture and bike culture, but it still looks to me like there's a lot of cars. Which, of course, I'm being funny. We know that. I didn't think literally everyone on Earth in the country rode bikes. Of course, there's still cars. But it's good to see that the car culture is still good. People actually know what they're doing, even if they don't drive cars every day. Ooh, nice Porsche. Otherwise, it's almost all hatchbacks and wagons, which is cool to me. It's just so funny, the difference. I don't see any big pickup trucks or big Chevy Suburban, massive SUVs. The only American cars I see are Teslas. That's about it. maybe a few Fords here and there, but then again, most of those are Ford of Europe, and to be fair, it's almost a different company compared to Ford America. So really cool. Even buildings. I know, of course, you always see a lot of historic European architecture in most of these videos from anywhere in Europe, right? Which is really cool. But seeing a highway, more modern setup. I mean, look at the road. It's gorgeous. I mean, the markings are clear as day. It's rainy and bad light, and everything still looks bright and clean. The road is just perfect, may I add. Now, roads go state to state here in the U.S. Some states have good roads, some states have bad roads. I live in a state that has bad roads, and it's just miserable. Seeing roads like this is like, I feel like I could eat my lunch off this road. It's just so clean. And then seeing the modern architecture as a contrast of what we normally see is cool. These are still really cool looking, even though they're not, historic Europe. Even their modern take on buildings is pretty cool as well. But, parts of it are similar too, like these, where it shows the lanes, whether they're open or closed with the green and stuff. That's what we use around the Chicago area a lot. We have the entrance ramps with some of them have the stoplights like we saw, where it'll actually stop if it's congested and then let you turn green when you can merge. We saw that earlier. And then, of course, these overheads with lights and some lane warnings and open and closed status, that type of thing. And then even this train platform in the middle. Believe it or not, that might be not what you think of America, but that's what it is like around Chicago. So at least this area looks, very familiar. Okay, so skipping way ahead, we are way off the highway. This is a long video, like I said. Make sure to use the link down there. Check out the whole thing. And definitely check more from this channel. I think I will be in my spare time as well. Coming up to only a few minutes from their destination. Look at this traffic jam again. Now, this is going to be a tough one. We have a guardrail here. There's no shoulder, just grass. Not enough to really fit a car onto. And we have every lane very filled. Wow. Pretty impressive. Everyone somehow just made room. And they do it quick. It doesn't take long either. It's very quick response. And the ambulance just threads the needle right through. That was a weird intersection. It's like split. So you can go right, and then straight or left is over here. That's different. Okay. God, look at all the bikes. Oh my God, that's amazing. You know what I like is that there's so much room over here for walking and biking. And then the street is kind of its own entity in the middle. And then all the shops and all these places that you can, explore and jump in and out of are far away from the street. It's kind of cool, dude, this design. I don't know, I feel like you have more breathing room, right? As a pedestrian, and it just looks a lot safer. Very interesting to see. Oh, you hear that echo? That's crazy. Another jam right here. How are they going to thread through this? I've never seen so many bicycles in my life. This is truly incredible. I cannot stress to you how insane that is. That is amazing. What is this little car? Again, I didn't even expect them to do that. They actually went up on the path here over the curb. May I add, again, I've mentioned in other videos recently in England, I think, the curb here is very small, which is cool. It allows them to go up quite easily and not have to worry about really wrecking stuff. Our curbs are very high here. So they can go right up, and then boom, the ambulance can thread the needle here again. I think that little car was that Citroen. Ami or something, wasn't it? I just learned about that recently. I look at this. I can't get over the bikes. Oh my god. There's more bikes on that short section of this street than I think are in my whole state, probably. Amazon Prime vans look the same. That's kind of cool. Again, through intersections very safely. It's a great ambulance driver. But I think equally the VIP here is all the pedestrians and all their drivers on the road. This has been very seamless, considering this is rush hour in the rain. Look at this again, right? They got right out of the way. Incredible. And the sirens are off, so they must be close. And we're going to cut it there. That was very, very nice. Wow. What can I say? It just went so smooth. They covered a great distance. I'm not sure how many kilometers we're dealing with here, but it looked like a great distance, especially when you watch that whole video. It's pretty long. Wow. Just phenomenal. Great driving. And again, the traffic response was just great. I mean, we've seen most of these are always awesome. Now, even in some, European videos like this, there is sometimes one or two people that just don't get it right, and they really kind of hold up everything. This time, I mean, this was smooth the whole time. Everyone did an excellent job. And as always, I hope everyone involved was safe and got done what they needed to in a timely manner. Shout out to all the emergency responders wherever you're watching this from. Sometimes it's a difference between really catastrophic outcomes and saving someone's life, helping people have a great outcome versus a really bad one. So, yeah, shout out to all emergency responders, ambulance drivers, that type of thing. You help keep the world afloat. One of those just important industries. And, of course, shout out to all you good drivers out there. Good drivers and bad drivers exist everywhere, but especially when we're looking at places like this, it is just really cool. It's really refreshing to see, and I think it should be an inspiration. I think the U.S. could use some reflection and some help being better drivers as a whole and being more courteous and uniform, too, with kind of responses like this. So, help those truck drivers out, leave them some room. Help those ambulance drivers out. Everyone should know what the proper response is and do it. Don't be in the way and on the phone and eating a burger while you're driving or whatever, right? But that was delightful. Once again, I really do like watching these response videos. I think they're very educational, informative, and fascinating, honestly, because this one was extremely smooth. It was very impressive. Keep up your awesome suggestions. I do appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you being here and watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.